At the base level, if you want to call it an opinion, you can have the opinion, but then when a majority of people don't agree with that opinion, don't be surprised there's a consequence. Like, I have an opinion, and if I think my opinion is controversial, I probably am not going to say it out loud.
Because what does it serve you?
It doesn't serve me.
Yeah,
right?
what is the point you're trying to make, friend?
For me, this, my friend that's entitled, one of the reasons I was already looking, sideways is because we were supposed to be doing some stuff that never came to fruition. Mm-hmm. So you've already put me on a back burner for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. Now you out here.
You know the reason.
Now you out here spitting hate. And I can't. Like, if this is truly how you feel, I respect your right to feel that. I respect your right to say it. And I choose not to be around it, which you in turn should respect.
Hi, friend.
Hey, friend.
So I'm trying to work out the angles because I have this big ass jacket on. But I'm like, do I look like a marshmallow right now? I probably do. It is what it is.
You do not look like a marshmallow.
But I am wearing my Disney rainbow pullover.
We're back, everybody. If you've missed us, if you're wondering what happened, we were traveling. We were sick, as in me being sick,
depressed,
going through life was lifing, and now we're back. Ben is still a little mellow, but he's back, honey. He was ready for the adoration of the fans.
You guys keep me young. Welcome. I don't know.
Mylo and Ben, the podcast. We're here.
I think if you're watching us through all of this, like, you've seen us in different phases of life. I think, like, you've kind of
for sure fat sizes,
different seasons. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm giving you anymore.
Listen, I was serving up Rotund to obese.
I don't know what this is giving, but hopefully it's skinny. Hopefully.
It's giving faggotry. I love it.
Cool. But you've seen us in different seasons at this point.
We've been around for almost 40 something episodes. We've been around. We've been around for a minute. We're worldwide. We're in multiple countries. I got recognized on the cruise. Yeah, listen, we doing the damn thing, man. Who knew the world needed two gays talking on a couch?
On the white couch.
Now the white couch.
The white couch.
At least the white couch made us thinner. We were looking fat as fuck in those first 20 episodes.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what I'm giving you today. Hopefully it's nice. But welcome, everybody. We're just here, chilling, hanging out, just
gossiping like girls do.
What's the latest gossip? Now tell me.
Well, Bruce just told us James Van Der Beek passed away today, so that's sad.
Okay,
James Van Der Beek from Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek and Who's the Bee?
That's me.
Or Who's the Bee in Apartment B or something. I never watched that show, but so that's sad. Listen, death is sad. So Jill Zarin, who you were like, who's that? Bruce would probably pass out if you heard you say it. So Jill Zarin is one of the original wives of the Real Housewives of New York. Mm-hmm. She's a Jew. She's hilarious. She's opinionated. Mm-hmm. So she had a very strong opinion about the Bad Bunny performance and decided she should share it with the world. And it bit her in the ass.
A negative opinion.
And she played fuck around and find out, and she found out. What happened is she and 3 of the other original women just signed a deal to do a docu-series on E! Called The Golden Years or something. Basically the Real Housewives of New York rebooted in a different phase. And E! Said, oh no, you will no longer be a part of the show. Fired before the filming even started. And
save some money.
The interesting thing is this. I tend to believe people who don't apologize aren't sorry. Right? So I'm always very...
What was her comments? Like, what did she say?
I'll tell you in a second. Okay. Let me finish this. So I'm always appreciative of somebody who did not apologize more than somebody who's going to apologize and do the same shit over and over again. Like, if you didn't apologize, you felt convicted, you didn't think you did anything wrong, I'm here for it. Doesn't mean you're not an asshole, doesn't mean you're right, but at least you didn't give me a fake apology.
Yeah.
So Jill Zarin did not apologize for anything she said. Her statement a day later, right, 24 hours later was, they didn't even give me a chance, the producers at E! I took it down. People make mistakes. I'm human. So she's not sorry. Her comment was basically, in a nutshell, this. I don't understand why this Bad Bunny show even happened. It was horrible. We're celebrating 250 years of America. This was not American. I didn't understand a word he said. We didn't even recognize Lady Gaga. It looks like she had a facelift. P.S. Jill Zarin just had a facelift. And I didn't see any white people on this. And I think it was a political statement, which is inappropriate. It was just a whole rant. Now, again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Nobody has a problem with that. You can say whatever you want to say, believe what you want to believe. This is America. However, if you are representing a brand like E Entertainment or Chick-fil-A or Inclusive Lending, right? Like, you have to be prepared to represent the brand. She decided that she was more important than the brand, and the brand said, bye-bye.
I think people are finding out really quickly, like, you can't just say, we know somebody, I know somebody, and especially when a few months ago when people were getting rid of the DEI stuff, right? It was, again, and I'm sure we talked about this at some point, but there's a lot of companies that got rid of their DEI programs. There's a lot of companies that stood by it, right? Like Costco was one of them. They were like, we're going to stick with our DEI programs. Well, this realtor was like, I'm not shopping at Costco anymore. Like, she was going off on her Facebook page, right? And I was like, okay. And then people were like, and so many real estate professionals like, me neither. You know, they're going in. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy, you know? And I was like, just because they are keeping their DEI programs, right? And again, DEI, it's not saying that we're going to promote, at least in my world, maybe, I don't know. Like, I don't know how you see DEI. And I just think it gives people an opportunity that might not have been able to be, like, get given an opportunity before,
I don't look at it as somebody who's not qualified getting a job over somebody who is.
Yeah.
I look at it as somebody getting an opportunity they may not have had otherwise.
Yes. And I do think it's important to have different people of color or what have you, men, women, whatever, speak on things, because it's not just represented by one person, right? And we're
representation is important.
It is. It really is. So anyway, she was saying like how she's not going to support this and right? And how this is an Asian woman, by the way. We won't say who she is, but she's an Asian woman that's speaking on this. Like, she's against DEI. And I was like, okay. You know, she's like, I had to work really hard and to get where I'm at, and so do you. And which I agree. Like, work hard, do what you need to do, right? But I do think it's saying like these are two hard. Well, no, show my nose. These are two hardworking individuals, and let's say like, let's see who. Don't just give it to the one that you think, like the white person. You know, let's see what other people might have ideas to if they're qualified. You know, long story short, I mean, I made my own post and I was like, hey, like, it saddens me to see how many real estate professionals are against DEI when we have programs like down payment assistance and all these things that are targeted towards DEI. They're DEI initiative programs. At the end of the day, we have these programs because it's targeted towards different demographics. It is. There's what is it called? Like a target area. Like,
yeah, it's target area.
Yeah, but that's also a whole separate thing, meaning a certain city might be a target area where they're incentivized, like with down payment or lower rates, all those things, because we're trying to like build the community and populate it, all those things. Those are DEI backed programs. At the end of the day, that's where it comes from, right? So it's like, it saddens me to see so many real estate professionals talk against this, right? When we use these programs every day in our career. And then she commented and said, how dare you take what I said and twist it? That has nothing to do with real estate. No, it has everything to do with everything. Not just real estate. It has everything to do with everything, friend. Like, you can't say, I don't stand by this company saying they have DEI initiatives, I'm going to boycott them, when you in real estate are like, what? You know? Then don't use any DEI programs. I said, if you have benefited from if one of your clients had a DEI program or whatever, down payment assistance program, DPA program, whatever, then you've personally benefited from DEI, friend. And that's my point to her. Yeah. And she's like, that's separate. It's the same shit, friend, at the end of the day. So I say that to say this. I think those things have consequences, because now I know I don't want to do business with you. I see what kind of person you are. And then she had a bunch of lenders, appraisers. You had this on your page at some point when something happened where I think I-10, or I don't remember exactly what happened. You could speak on it if you want. But like, lenders and appraisers were like, why does just so-and-so be able to buy a house? What are you saying about, you know? And so it's a whole thing, right? And it's like, I do think keyboard warriors, if you're going to state your opinion, it comes with consequence at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I have a friend who is in title.
Mm-hmm. I know, I don't got a friend, but I know somebody in title that was in title.
And I won't do business with him anymore. I was at his wedding. I love him. but your political views have become so vocalized and at the forefront of who you are that I can no longer act like I don't know.
It's not a different of an opinion, and that's what they're saying. We have a different opinions, and like no. Different opinion means like you don't like pineapple on your pizza, right? Yeah. That's a different opinion, and I do. I don't know if you do or don't, but I like pineapple on my pizza. But it is, and that's an opinion. It's not hurting anybody. But when you start stripping away people's rights, that's my opinion. Like that's not an opinion, friend. Yeah. You don't give a fuck about these people.
And that's
like
it.
That's
when you're really starting to talk about. Listen, again, I'll say this. Not everything needs to be spoken. And
that too. I agree.
And if you want to open your fucking mouth, fuck around and find out.
You will.
And you will.
And I would say I do know that just from people that are on my page, right? I personally I don't want to be associated with certain people. So certain topics that get real, you can probably fill in the blank of what you might think that might be, but like I unfriend these people. I don't associate these people. There was a girl, we don't have to say who it is, but she was entitled, I believe, and she made it came out very racist, this post she made. She's like, don't tell me you don't speak English. This is America, or some bullshit like that, right?
Oh, Lord.
Everybody was going in and like, girl, like if you, like all these realtors were like, hey, like, you might want to clarify because I don't feel comfortable sending you my Spanish clients to your title company. She's like, oh, this has nothing to do with real estate. And it's like, but it does. Like it does because this might not be a real estate post, but it shows who you are.
You can't pick and choose where the line is
Exactly.
drawn. If you draw the line is the line.
Yes.
And that line intersects every fucking thing.
And you're just showing people who you are.
Yeah, listen.
So I don't know if I think she was actually fired from the title company. No. We don't have to see who it is, but
I don't even know who it is.
It's crazy to me, like, and now they found out really quick. They found that, but I'm of course, in this person's head, they're like, oh, I'm such a victim. We can't even have an opinion anymore. But it's like, that's not an opinion. That's being mean. And
again, like, listen, at the base level, if you want to call it an opinion, you can have the opinion. But then when a majority of people don't agree with that opinion, don't be surprised there's a consequence. Like, I have an opinion, and if I think my opinion is controversial, I probably am not going to say it out loud.
Because what does it serve you?
It doesn't serve me.
What is the point you're trying to make, friend?
For me, this my friend that's entitled. One of the reasons I was already looking, sideways is because we were supposed to be doing some stuff that never came to fruition. So you've already put me on a back burner for whatever reason. Now you out here.
You know the reason.
Now you out here spitting hate, and I can't. Like, if this is truly how you feel, I respect your right to feel that. I respect your right to say it, and I choose not to be around it, which you in turn should respect. So every action has a consequence. Every action has a reaction, and you can't claim being a victim when you victimized yourself. If you open your fucking mouth and say something ignorant, don't be surprised when intelligent people have a comeback for you. Period. End of story. If you need to qualify something you're about to say, chances are you probably shouldn't fucking say it. Look, I don't want to be rude, but
I think it's okay to phone a friend. If you feel like you need to get that off, if you feel so passionately about something, like, just call a friend before you make the post.
But again, you know what I mean? You have to qualify something going into it, shut up. Shut up, or be prepared to pay whatever the consequences are.
You know what? I think it's cool too, because I feel like, I'm on this whole mental health journey, and we know this at this point. So it was a moment where, and just like Bruce, like I was like getting into it, people online, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm not going to change their opinion. Like, this is who they are.
Sucked into it.
So I just started unfriending people. Like, I literally just, we don't have to be connected. It's cool. So I started just removing them from my timeline. I don't want to see this post. I'm good. And so that I try to show up authentic online, whatever. I made a post the other day about how I'm going back to therapy, and that was actually received really well. Yeah. Because therapy is important. One thing I do want to share on here is that my broker, Season, actually reached out to me. Like, everybody commented, it was nice, but she actually sent me like a voice message and was like, hey, like, thank you for sharing that. Like, I'm really proud of you. And it was a really nice message. And I think, like, to me, that's the kind of love that I want. That's the kind of message, and that's the circle that I want to keep. Yes, with. Exactly. You want around, like, and it just reminded me of why I am where I'm at with my brokerage and things like that. Because I've been offered different opportunities And I just...
Honey, we're hot commodities.
all the time.
We have choices.
But, and I'm happy where I'm at. I'm good. Like, she takes care of me. A funny story. I went out the other night with a friend. He's going to be my videographer. His name is Rudy.
Yes,
Rudy Sanchez. And we were just going out.
Not brother Rudy, honey.
Brother Rudy.
Rudy and the Sanchez duo.
We're brothers. No, he's cool. He's actually really cool. And we just kind of clicked, and we live in the same area. So we're like, let's meet up for drinks. So we met up for drinks. And I hope she doesn't get mad that I'm telling the story, but we'll see. Anyway, we get drunk, right? And well, I have a couple splashes. And
by splashes, he means pores.
I'm making friends. I'm like, I'm in real estate. And then the girl was like, I'm going to buy a house. I'm like, cool, let's connect. So I'm like making friends, whatever. This guy is like in the corner. He's like, what brokerage are you with? And I tell him what brokerage I'm with. And he's like, oh, I know that one. That's the one with the pretty firefighter, right? Season's husband.
Yes.
We love him. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he's like, what value do they bring to you? What's your splits? And I'm like, what? He's like, what value do they bring? And I'm like, actually, she brings a lot of, and I'm talking, no. What value does she bring to you? And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, sir. How does she help you close your last deal? I'm like, I didn't need her to help me close my last deal. I'm confused by the question, right? So then
Clearly he had a few splashes.
Yeah. But this guy I think is a broker or something. I mean, he's like sitting by himself, right? So I send him like a sneak up picture and I send it to her. I'm like, do you know this guy? Mind you, this is like midnight. And she responds. She's like, am I supposed to? I'm like, I don't know. Like and I'm texting her, right? And then at this point, he's like going off again. So I just FaceTime her. And she picks up the FaceTime and I'm like, hey, do you know this guy? And she was like, I don't. And then the guy's like, that's your broker? I'm like, yeah. I was like, I want to reiterate, sir, like the value that I get, this is the value. Like it's midnight and she's answering my FaceTime call. I was like, I don't recommend anyone else do that. Don't call your broker at midnight. But I apologized to her. I was like, I'm so sorry for calling you. She's like, no, you're good. But anyway, I was like, this guy is saying, what value do you bring to me? And I'm showing him. She's like, hi, sir. Thank you. Whatever. And the guy's like, no, that's a good person. She answered your call at midnight. Like, you're right. Like, and starts like backtracking. Yes. Well, long story short, it's time for us to go, right? So I get my Uber, I leave. The next morning, I'm like, did I pay my tab?
Yes,
I didn't pay my tab. So Rudy goes back to the place and he's like, hey, we need to pay our tab. And they're like, oh, somebody paid it for you.
The broker paid it?
I think he paid it for us. I think he paid my tab. And I was like, oh my God, Rudy, I kind of felt bad. He was like, no, he was being an asshole. But it was funny. It was a good story. But it was like, I think he ended up paying our tab. Because like at this point, we were ready to go. Like I should not have faced my broker at this midnight call. I did apologize to her the next day.
You always say you don't have stories. You're getting stories. Girl, you got to live a little bit.
Don't clip this one. No, I'm just kidding. But it was a good moment. And
Season is a real one. Like we had her on the podcast.
Don't call her at midnight, please. Yeah. I'm not promoting that at all. But she answered, like she didn't know what I needed. That could have been an emergency. So she did answer my FaceTime call at midnight. And I was like, this is the value that I have. Like I have a relationship with her. She's cool. Like I really appreciate her. And she does bring a lot of value to my life. So I'm good where I'm at. That's all I got to say.
No, listen, the last episode we're talking about MortgageCon, which is, a big mortgage event that just went off in Orlando at Universal Studios. And I have a franchise, right? The franchise is backed by Collab Lending, Andres Munar, Megan Marsh.
I met Andres. He's
you
really
met
nice.
Andres. Super sweet. And, I'd asked him, hey, are you going to make it? He's like, no, I'm busy. I got this, I got that, I got the other. And, that's fine. Like, I got it. He's running a company. He's running his own brand. He's traveling, doing other things. And, when we were prepping to get on stage, I gave Bruce my phone because I found out they would have a timing clock because we each had 10 minutes. So I'm like, well, here's my phone. So Bruce had my phone. I got in costume, honey, and, went on stage, whatever. So I didn't know Andres was there. Andres was texting me like, I'm here. And I didn't know. So when I came off stage, after I won.
Yes, you won for like the best speech. Like the best. They voted after there was like 4 people.
Social media duel.
4 different, not 4 people. It was like 6 or 7 of y'all, but
there
like
was four people.
4 groups.
There was a duo, the Mortgage Dads, Chelsea, I don't know her last name, Rebecca, and me. So there was basically 4 panels for social media. Everybody had to vote after we were
like who gave the most value. Yeah, and you voted. And you won.
So when I came off stage, right, there you come. There's my mom. There's Bruce, and there was Andres. Oh. And I almost started crying. I ended up talking to him this past Monday about something else, but I told him, you didn't know at the time sort of where I was and, something brought you there. And I'm so grateful. Like, this is why I have my franchise. This is why I decided to go ahead and open the franchise, because of the support that I get from him. And again, he's a gay Hispanic, right? He's Colombian. There's representation there. I'm carrying on the tradition, right, for the company as a franchisee. So these are the reasons we work with the people we work with and for, because when you're in a shitty space or a drunken space or a great space, you want the right people there to support you, cheer you, help you, whatever. And he was so sweet. He said, I just need you to know that something was telling me to go, because I really wasn't going, Mylo. He said, something was telling me to go, and you affect my life. He's like, really I listen to you when you speak, and you really do affect me. And so that's huge, right? Like, to be able to bring value to your broker, to CEOs, like your friends, that's why ultimately I end up getting out of bed, right? When I'm in a funk, even if I'm in a funk, because helping you, helping Bruce, helping clients, will get me there, right? There's value in work. And when I struggle with my self-esteem, my mental wellness, which is more often than not, unfortunately, medication or not, right? Being able to stack things that I've accomplished during the day brings value, right? It fills the value meter up, and it helps me shine brighter, because you feel dim, you feel exhausted, you just don't have the energy. And, these are tough times. You've got keyboard warriors out there saying whatever the fuck they want to say. You've got people feeling so empowered and emboldened to say racist things without repercussions. And we're stuck having to see it, hear it, live in it.
And then just be told it's my opinion. That's what's crazy about it. It's like they can say some off the wall shit and then be told it's just my opinion.
And then not have an opinion that is contrary to it. Because if I have something to say that you don't agree with, now I'm woke.
Crazy.
I don't think being woke is a bad thing. I don't really understand.
I know.
I don't understand what the negative connotation is with
being woke. Yeah.
To me, you should be open-minded about everything and make educated choices.
Yes.
And if you don't have all the information, you're not making a well-informed decision. I believe that with our clients, right? You have a consultation. I have a consultation. I don't rely just on you. You don't rely on me. We're making sure they're making informed decisions.
Yeah.
When I sit down with my husband and we have a conversation about X, Y, or Z, I'm waiting for feedback. I'm making sure I'm hearing him, right? You are very good about having those kind of conversations in your personal relationships. You have to, it's a give and a take. If you want to have a voice, you have to understand that somebody else has the same right to have the voice.
Period.
That's where shit's
that's
getting
the word.
fucked up.
No, I don't know, but I think I am in a space where I just don't like. It's sad, and I think nothing shocks me in the world. Like when I hear these stories come out of like, and we don't have to talk about what you know what I mean. But when you hear the craziest stories, it's like
I'm still shocked. I get shocked. I get heartbroken.
It's sad, right?
It wears me out. I love tiki-talkie.
Yeah, we love TikTok.
I'm going to give you a little tiki-talkie to make you laugh. It's not funny, but it's funny. So I scrolling, my TikTok gets unhinged. It goes from cats to secret dick pics to,
oh my God. Those secret ones are crazy. Okay. So that's on your For You page too. And it's like a guy, I got to tell you people. So like the secret, like.
Did you get the x-ray ones?
No, I get the ones where, you know what? Frank sends me these, so that's why I get them. But like, it'd be a guy like, hey, I'm trying to move this couch to this wall. What do you guys think? And then like, it'll pan to like a mirror and it's like his dick out.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? And it's like on TikTok. Yeah. I'm like,
there was an x-ray trend for a while. And so they would go into x-ray mode and they would pan and there it is.
I didn't see those.
Oh God.
Yeah. So, anyway. Okay. Yeah, Unhinged.
So I was on TikTok and my feed is feeding. Yeah. I'm eating and all of a sudden it's woman is on trial. Woman is in jail for murdering her husband. So then I stopped because I'm like, okay, well, why?
What did he do?
What happened? What did he do? And she said, they have a quote. She said, I told him the next time he beat me would be the last time he beat me.
Okay,
so he beat her senseless, knocked her out. When she woke up, she came to on the ground. She walked up to him and said, I told you the next time you beat me would be the last time. And she fucking killed him.
Free that woman. She's innocent.
She's doing the Lord's work.
She's innocent.
But I love that she stood by her word. She was like,
you know what?
No.
We love a woman that can keep her word.
Today is not the day. I mean, yeah, she killed him.
That's crazy.
But what I find morbidly empowering is she was like, I told this motherfucker.
She stood on
not
business.
To hit me again.
She stood on
Not only
business.
did he hit me, he knocked my ass out. He's dead. I'm done. Like I'm done.
And you know what? He should have.
She said, I would rather be in jail for the rest of my life than be beat again and again and again.
We gotta follow up with her. I need to know. Does she have people protesting for her? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I saw the picture and it really broke my heart because she was bruised. I mean, he beat the shit out of her.
But I mean, okay, in her defense, what is she supposed to do? I know they're gonna say leave or whatever, but I guess that's the answer. Maybe she just said out loud. But I don't know. Sometimes you can't leave those situations.
But again, you get brainwashed. The mental abuse.
That's true.
Becomes too much. Listen, I have been in abusive relationships, and you're there thinking, this is normal. I'm going to help him. You're not thinking, I'm being battered.
I think that's my biggest, I would never, I don't, if I ever am, please, you slap me, but I don't think I could ever be in an abusive relationship. I think that's my.
I've never been in a physically abusive one, but mentally, yes.
Even then, I just don't. I fortunately, relationship wise, I think I've been pretty lucky. The guy, whatever. I'm not in the it's more different.
It's a different
emotional.
Type of
yeah,
it's a different.
But I wouldn't say it was abuse. But I would never tolerate.
Ask your therapist. See what she says.
I'll ask her, but I don't think it's abuse.
Because now I'm curious, right? Because if somebody,
so I would never tolerate somebody physically abusing me,
listen.
or I would never tolerate somebody talking down to me or making me feel less than. To me, that's abuse, right?
It's that gaslighting. That's where it comes in. For me, no one really talks to me crazy, right? Historically, I've been in shitty relationships, but no one sort of said, "You're a piece of shit," and I'm like, "Oh no!" It's the gaslighting. What do you mean? I didn't mean it that way. You took it that way. I would never talk to you like that. Now you're like, fuck, am I crazy? That's the abuse, right? It's the gaslighting. It's is it me? Maybe, just let me do better because I'm not in a great space. Bitch, try it now.
I don't know.
Try it now, somebody. Listen, and again.
I hope she's well.
I hope she's
I
good.
hope she gets a short time in jail.
It's crazy.
Where is she? What city or what state she in?
She's in Texas, of course.
Oh, she's in Texas? Girl. We right at dawn.